In the early 20th century, the Middle East was a region in transition. As the Ottoman Empire crumbled and Western powers carved up the region, a new nation emerged, the Republic of Turkey. And leading this new republic was Mustafa Kemal Atatürk, a brilliant general turned statesman who had a radical vision for his country. When the Republic of Turkey was founded in 1923, the nation was emerging from centuries of Ottoman rule and the devastation of World War. Ataturk believed that for Turkey to survive and thrive in the modern world, it needed to shed the old imperial structures and embrace secularism, modern governance, and Western-oriented reforms. His vision led to one of the most ambitious and sweeping transformation programs in 20th century history. Under the Ottoman Empire, religion, specifically Islam, played a central role in governance, education, and daily life. The Sultan was also the Caliph, the leader of the Muslim world. Ataturk viewed this intertwining of religion and state as a barrier to modernization. He believed that only a secular system, free from religious influence in politics, could lead Turkey toward progress, equality, and independence from foreign powers. This principle of secularism became the cornerstone of Ataturk's reforms. One of the first acts of the new Turkish government was the abolition of the Caliphate in 1924. This act was extremely significant. It severed the last remaining ties with the Ottoman past and removed the religious legitimacy that the Sultan and the Caliphate enjoyed for centuries. With the Caliphate gone, traditional Islamic courts were abolished and replaced with modern secular courts. Madrasas or religious schools were also shut down. Some were converted into secular schools, while others were left abandoned. Ataturk recognized the importance of education in the transformation of Turkish society. In 1924, he introduced the law on the unification of education, which placed all schools under state control and made education compulsory. Previously, religious leaders had considerable influence over education. But Ataturk's reforms aimed to create a standardized, secular curriculum taught by state-employed teachers. This reform aimed to create an educated citizenry that was loyal to the new Turkish Republic rather than to religious authorities. Another crucial area of reform was law. The legal system Ataturk inherited was based on Islamic Sharia law. However, Ataturk sought to replace it with a more modern and systematic code. In 1926, the Turkish parliament passed a new civil code, heavily influenced by Swiss law. This new code granted women equal rights in matters of marriage, divorce, and inheritance. These changes were revolutionary for a Muslim nation at the time. Language also played a vital role in the Turkish reform movement. For centuries, the Ottoman Empire used a script based on Arabic characters. But Ataturk wanted a script that was more accessible to the average citizen. In 1928, the Turkish government replaced the Arabic script with a modified Latin alphabet. This reform aimed to increase literacy rates and align Turkey more closely with Western nations. Ataturk's reforms did not stop at legal and educational institutions. He also introduced changes in the realm of clothing. In 1925, the fez, a type of soft brimless cap, was banned in government institutions. This symbolized the official break from the past and the embrace of modernity, while the ban did not apply to the general population. It was a clear statement about the direction the country was taking. These reforms, while radical, were not imposed on the population. Ataturk understood the importance of public opinion and encouraged debate and discussion. He knew that change would not be easy, but he was determined to modernize his country. The impact of these reforms was profound. They opened up new opportunities for women, increased literacy rates, and created a more powerful central government. However, they also created tensions between secularists and conservatives. This divide continues to influence Turkish politics today. Despite the challenges, Ataturk's legacy of secularism remains one of his most enduring achievements. After Ataturk's death in 1938, his successors continued his work, codifying his reforms into the Constitution of the Turkish Republic. Today, Turkey is a modern, secular state, a far cry from the traditional Islamic society it once was. Ataturk's reforms not only redefined governance in Turkey, but also served as a model for modernization efforts in other parts of the Muslim world. Whether one agrees with all of Ataturk's reforms or not, there is no denying that he was a visionary leader who took his country from the brink of collapse to becoming a modern republic. His story continues to inspire people around the world who strive for freedom, equality, and democracy. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more historical tales. Thank you for watching.